Aside from a few references to Captain America Civil War, Black Panther's main story was very much a standalone adventure, mostly separate from the rest of the MCU. It wasn't until its post-credits sequence that we got our first strong tie-in to the larger story at play, and it turns out the original scene was much longer. Let's talk about what was cut. At the end of Civil War, Bucky Barnes was put back on ice due to the resurfaced HYDRA programming, and after Black Panther's credits, we finally see him on the road to recovery. Bucky wakes up in a hut in a Wakandan village as a bunch of curious local children look on, referring to him as White Wolf. Shuri, T'Challa's resourceful younger sister and the person who oversaw Bucky's deprogramming, arrives and begins helping him with his recuperation, and then the scene cuts to black. According to Sebastian Stan himself, that is not everything they originally had in mind. While speaking at Wizard World Portland, he explained, "There was something really actually funny about that scene. It's definitely better the way it is now, I think, but that scene was at least 8 more minutes long than what we saw, and it was like a more inquisitive Bucky. He was kind of really going, why do they call it these? And Shuri was telling him a little about it, and they kind of walk in a direction, and then he walked over and started hanging out with elders and playing with the kids, but you don't see that." Black Panther was a great introduction to the Wakandan society, but as it was mostly focused on T'Challa and his close circle, we didn't get much of a look at the daily life of an average Wakandan outside of the movie's large ceremonies. It sounds like this extended scene would have been an interesting way to further flesh out the new nation of Wakanda and give us a greater sense of how Bucky is doing, but after a 2-hour movie, most viewers may not have been as excited to sit through another long sequence. So this change is understandable. During his Wizard World panel, Stan also expressed interest in Marvel one day releasing a collection of these extended and deleted scenes, so we can still hope to see this scene someday. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, and for more news on all the entertainment you care about, subscribe to CinemaBlend.